People. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. I know I'm hitting you a late live stream for those who's watching the rebroadcast. If I don't do this now, I ain't gonna do it again. The Great American Eclipse, April 18th, 2024. Solar eclipse, the solar maximum, and Pluto in Aquarius. Let's get into it. If you're watching me live, make sure you come on, hit the like button, and if you're not watching me live, leave a comment. If you're watching me live, still leave a comment. Let's get into it. So there's an eclipse coming in April. The way how they're out there fear mongering and doing all kind of things is unbelievable. But some of it they're touching and they're on point. Some of it it's not. And of course, as always, I'm going to give you the breakdown that you need that most people won't give you a proper understanding. So some of y'all might need your pen and paper or whatever the case may be. So let's get into it. I really don't want to be here long. I know y'all probably saying, oh, you always say that. Yeah, I ain't trying to be here long. So of course I'm going to share my screen so you see exactly what I see. Alright. The solar eclipse, April 8th, 2024. Hold on now. Y'all already know the ills are going live. Bear with me. There we go. Now, this is the path. Pay attention to the path of totality. This is where the visibility is. It's been very rare since an eclipse been in America. So as you see, I got this chart from AccuWeather. They're showing the path. Now, if you look here on August 21st, 2017, you see how the path went going across here. Now, on April 8th, 2024, the path is going to go this way. It's going to be seen in New York, Illinois, all those good places. But I don't want to jump the gun. But as you see right here, it makes a perfect X. Now, you know they say X mark the spot. Pay attention to this X, because as we get into this right here, this solar eclipse, this is the time for everything to change and come anew in your life. This is a huge, and I mean extremely huge, turnaround, money opportunity. And if you do not play your cards right around this time, certain things could crumble, destroy, such as finances, living situation, jobs, and definitely relationships. I'm talking about good ones. All right, some of y'all may have a job and y'all might not feel that's a good job for you, but you have to hold on to that job. Okay? Or you might realize that, hey, I'm in a good relationship, like I need to preserve this. All right? A lot of unrest is going to happen. Certain things that need to come out your life, certain people that don't need to be around you, people that don't appreciate you, jobs that's not paying enough, that's going to change. But you're going to see a huge change in the political system, because as you see here, America, that X marks the spot. There's going to be, and I so hope I'm wrong, there's going to be a huge division. And when I say division, I'm not talking about I like this but I don't like this. It's going to be like, oh, that's what you claiming? That's your set. That's what you're rocking. And I'm going to get into why it's going to be like this. So pay attention to the path. It's very rare that it's able to see it in America. Now, if you pay attention to this path here, all right, with this solar path, you see October, let's do it in order. Total solar eclipse August 21st, 2017. And then you have the eclipse that happened October, the solar eclipse that happened October 14th, 2023. Then you have the one that's going to happen, the total solar eclipse that's going to happen on April 8th, 2024. This is the one they call the Great American Eclipse. Mind you, check this out. Over 7 years, North Americans will enjoy total solar eclipse in 2017 and 2024, plus annual solar eclipse in 2021 and 2023. So as we know, that done passed. Right here marks the spot for that last great push, that great American eclipse. But I want you to pay attention to this pattern. If you notice how this pattern is like an A, so this pattern is like an X, and this pattern is like an A. Now this is very, very, very extremely important. You're going to see what I mean. Total solar eclipse, I'm showing you this so you could see the different areas where it's going to be, you know, they're showing. Okay? All the way up in Buffalo, New York, all that good stuff. Path of solar eclipse. This is a better view so you could see. Now, how to read a map of the April 8th, 2024 total solar eclipse. This is where you see it says OMG. This is where the highest visibility is, where you're going to be able to see this good. Anyone that's in this path range, okay, look at it good. This path range right here, this path range right here, the energy is going to be hyper amplified. It's going to beam and affect the whole of America. But that path, all those that's in New York, come going down into Cleveland, all right? This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge for you, okay? Now, on this X marks the spot right here, okay? Notice it lands on this mass right here. Let me pronounce that right. Maanda, Illinois. Notice they're saying they're getting prepared for the total solar eclipse, right? This was taken off for the news, but I want to show you something. Check this out. You know your boy gonna hook you up. I'm gonna show you something. Check this. This is very important. And I'm like, why would they do that? This is one of the eclipses they prepared for early. Right? Okay. So, I'm browsing. This is WSIL TV. All right. This is the local news. ABC, just so you know. See where I got the picture from, right? Giant City State Park Visitor Center. There is a park out there called Giant City. It says they're preparing for the solar eclipse. This article was done, you see that right here? April 7th, 2023. Giant City State Park prepares for total solar eclipse. But watch this. Let's try to play the video.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best.
And Carbondale is on the totality path for the 2024 eclipse.
Could y'all hear it?
Perfect place for a good view and 1 year away from the event.
Hold on, let me make sure I set it up right so y'all could hear it. Hold on. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Please bear with me. Ay. I thought I had the audio already set up. These the ills of going live, huh? Yeah. There we go. All right. All right, now we lit.
And Giant City State Park is already preparing. Is on the totality path for the 2024 eclipse, making it the perfect place for a good view. And 1 year away from the event, and Giant City State Park is already preparing for an influx of tourists. The state park has been getting phone calls about the upcoming eclipse for the last 3 years. Can you believe that? The park will allow reservations for the campground 6 months in advance. There are 25 first-come, first-served sites. Park officials are expecting those to go quickly.
At Giant City, mainly what the inquiries are about are campgrounds and camping. And so our campground reservations are all made online, and they can be made up to 6 months in advance, which averages out to about 180 days. So I expect that first day there's going to be a large run on the campground reservations.
Giant City Lodge, on the other hand, won't be accepting cabin rentals until December. There are 18 cabins available. If you are looking to snag a spot, you can find more information online. Go to giantcitylodge.com, then click the Cabins tab.
All right. So, if you don't know, that's a spot. They only have about, I want to say 500 people living in that town, in that area. Okay? They already prepared a year ahead. A year ahead. So that's for people to come, view. They been did this. Now check this out. I ain't done. I found this interesting as well, because this is the first time I ever seen them advertise for the Space Force. No cap. Okay? But this is not what I'm getting into, but I just had to show this part right here. You see this part right here? This is the first time I ever seen them advertise for the U.S., the United States Space Force. First time ever seeing it. So they're advertising now. But check out this article. This is on space.com. Okay? Notice for the advertisement for the U.S. Space Force, their slogan they push is Guardians Wanted. Pay attention to that. These eclipse themes places will experience totality on April 8th, 2024. Experience the total solar eclipse from Eclipse Island, Corona, and Moon Island. Yes, those are 3 island names. All right. So these are some of the main related spots out there. Hold on. Let me go here. Okay. Eclipse related places, names, and paths. So I'm just gonna scroll down here. Which one you've seen in your area that you like, you could deal with it, or you could go to the website, all right, and you could go check it out yourself. Okay, so this was important that I show you this on how they move and what they're moving with. Now let me go back to this PowerPoint. Stay with me, people. Now we're gonna get spooky. I hope y'all ready. Let me cook. Well, this is catering. This is a late night snack I'm giving you now. Now check out the name. I'm just going to touch on this one for now. Maanda is also almost sound like Wakanda. Maanda is of African origin and means strength. Maanda means little ones and is of Chiwa origin. You know the Chiwa Indians. Maanda means women of power and is of Indian in Sanskrit origin. Now it's important you know this, especially the one where they're saying strength and little one. Now X marks the spot where you could see that and view that properly. This, what you're seeing right here, my brother Divine makes, is called the Crystal Gods Collection. Now, if you deal with West Indian culture, they also have it in Mexico, a lot of Hispanic cultures. These are known as buck. They also go by a different name, and I am not going to use that name unless you're highly spiritual and initiated in this craft or whatever. You get to learn the other name. These definitely like to come out on a full moon. But not only that, they tie these to leprechauns. Now, you know leprechauns deal with gold. Also, the bucks, have times they do interfere with children, but you also hear how they protect children. Some people that's highly spiritual, they're lucky if they have at least one that guides them and protects them. They're incredibly strong, and you always hear about this when it comes around the eclipse, either lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. So when you're dealing with the leprechaun, how they talk about it in Ireland now, they're talking around the same lines with this, where they have the mystical powers, they do what they do, and they deal with wealth. They deal with wealth. This is important what I'm telling you now. Pay attention. I don't know if anybody who's Hispanic or West Indian know what I'm talking about, and you could confirm this. Like I said, they call them bucks. There's another name for it. Like I said, I'm not going to say that name right now. So, also, when you start dealing with this park right here, this is a park that's known for some strange reason to have Bigfoot sightings and little people sightings. Keep this in mind. This is a long history of this where, like I said, you see, the Chawa people already done spoke about. And it means little ones. How ironic that this path, X marks the spot, just happens to fall over there. But let's continue. So now, this eclipse is not happening until April 8th, 2024. Why is there historical chance of clouds? What? How do y'all determine this? This is only 2 months out, AccuWeather. When have you ever in life come up with something like this? When? How do you know? What is it that you're trying to block out? All of a sudden there's going to be historical and not just a chance of clouds, but it's going to be historical chance of cloud, meaning the whole sky is just going to be blanketed with clouds. Pay attention to this. Now, before I go to this right here, this is very interesting. They also say when this eclipse comes, there could be 3 days of darkness. Now that I don't know how true it is, but what I do know is this solar eclipse that they say will be 3 days of darkness, that could bring forth 3 days of darkness. What I do know is this is a very important financial time. I didn't even touch in with the zodiac. That's going to be on the next live stream. But this is the time for you to capitalize. See, they're trying everything to block those type of blessings about historical chance of clouds. If you don't get the frick out of here, yo, who y'all think y'all playing with? So now, this is the first time I ever seen they put pretty much an eclipse warning, eclipse tips. Now they have eclipse tips before, but it's how they're going about these eclipse tips. Let's read. Schedule errands and appointments early. Really? Why so? Have communication plan with family and friends. Really? Mind you, when the last time you ever hear they gave this type of advice for an eclipse? Watch this. Have cash on hand in case of limited internet access. Why would there be limited internet access during a solar eclipse? It just doesn't make sense. It haven't happened before. Why are you, our version of Eyewitness News here in New York, they got THV 11. See? Same company, you know, just a different station that they own. Then they also tell you, buy necessary groceries and gas. Expect heavy traffic and long lines for local services. What? Since when? Now this I probably could understand, because they might say, well, people might stop in the tracks because they're going to have their glasses on, they want to watch, yada, yada, yada. But this is only supposed to be lasting for 4 minutes. This solar eclipse. What's wrong with that picture? I'm the only one that finds something wrong with this? And this is why I ask y'all opinion. This is why I do the live. But some of y'all lazy. Y'all don't want to type. And then I know it's late. but even the people, y'all can leave comments. I want to know what's your thoughts on this. So that means, what do they know that we don't know? Because I'm going to tell you right now, NASA has been running scared frantically because of the solar flares. This is going to be the strongest ever. Hold on, wait. Let me big screen myself so you can see me. This is going to be one of the strongest solar eclipse ever. That's why they're making a big hype and hoo-ha about it. Okay? They're calling it the Great American Eclipse for a reason. So now, watch this. Check this out. I'm about to get into one of the reasons why this is so much one of the strongest eclipse ever. Check this out. You have something called solar minimum and solar maximum. This is the sun right here, as you can see. This is the sun. Normally how solar flares excuse me during solar eclipse. Now this is image where they have from the solar maximus. This is the sun flares and the sun dots, whatever you want to call it, but it's flares, where the sun is even hotter, believe it or not, and it's more heightened. This is their imagery. This is NASA. Okay? The eclipse that we're getting now is the strongest ones ever. They're dealing with the solar maximum. So everything is going to be amplified. But wait, there's more. This is where it gets interesting. Because there is a book, as you can see. Hold on, let me take the banner off so you get the author names as well. There's a book called The Ancient Tav. These are the symbols in Hebrew, ancient Hebrew for Tav. It's also known as the Hebrew sign of God. But wait, there's more. Because you know the letters in the alphabet in Hebrew, right? So let me cater this food to you. Enjoy. This is how it looks in modern Hebrew. All right, which is more squared form, meaning bam, 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 boom, squared form, right? And this is the Hebrew letter Tav as time of Ezekiel, as they say. This is the Paleo Hebrew. Okay? Notice that cross. Stay with me. Stay with me now. The Tav, that's why you always see they always deal with ancient Hebrew mysticism. I always tell you this. Don't ever let them just slide like that. The Tav, look how the Tav is made in early Hebrew. It's like a cross. This is like known as the more coming into the, still ancient, but coming into the times, it's like an X. It's more on its side. The axis is twist, right? This is the late Hebrew, and this is the block letter form, which represents with the flame, okay, which is more known as the modern Hebrew. Now, I am the Aleph and the Tav. What does Aleph and Tav mean? Stay with me. Now, when we start dealing With Aleph, you see early Hebrew, it looks like they like to call this the ox head. Oh, sorry about that. The ox head. The middle one, look at this. Look at this symbol right here. A line with like the triangle, right? This is the late Hebrew. This is the modern Hebrew. Now, this X is this right here. Okay? Now the Aleph, this right here, the Aleph, look at this. Right back. You just saw it, but we're going to go right back. Okay? Perfect pattern. This the Aleph. This is when you start dealing with, you know what, I don't want to jump the gun. So let's continue. Let me just read. Now, what is the Hebrew month of Nisan 2024? Start of month of Nisan in the Hebrew calendar. Rosh Chodesh Nisan for Hebrew year 5784. Pay attention to those numbers. 5784. Begin at sundown on Monday the 8th. April 2024. You believe that's a coincidence? Well, let me read on. And ends at nightfall on Tuesday, the 9th, April 2024. Start of month of Nisan on the Hebrew calendar. Nisan in the Babylonian and Hebrew calendars is the month of barley reaping and first month of spring. This is entering into the Hebrew New Year. What is the odds that the great American eclipse is going to fall on the Hebrew New Year? But wait, it gets better. This is the time of reaping, which is in April with the Nisan, okay? Which is bringing in a new, you're gaining your yields. Now, what I'm about to show you, no one else is showing this. No one. So this part is very important that you pay attention to this, okay? Very important. Because I'm not going over this again. This is what people be having to pay for. With Bitcoin already approaching its all-time high, the halving, the reaping, could potentially promote another surge scheduled to take place in April 2024. The halving stems from Bitcoin's unique digital design. Unlike traditional currencies, the number of Bitcoins that will ever exist is fixed. Now you see XRP on here. Bitcoin was first. XRP is the last. What do I mean by that? When you're dealing with this right here, the Tav and the Aleph, the Alpha and the Omega. Alpha, the beginning, Omega, the end. You might be like, why are you comparing XRP with the end? Stay with me. Because remember, I gave you all this Hebrew information and connected it with the solar eclipse Gave you the spiritual aspect. Everything was happening everywhere. You see, I went through how they also gave these warnings. They ain't never gave these type of warnings for an eclipse before, to bring you on home to here. Bitcoin halving history. Look at the Bitcoin halving history. November 28th, 2011, it was $2.54. When they had the Bitcoin halving in 2012, November 28th, 2012, that's the first Bitcoin halving. Okay? That was the first one. The price shot up. As we start going here, the heights of what it reached now for 2013 now shows it went to what? $1,007 in 2013. Dropped down to 15. It went all the way down to $270. Stay with me now. So now we end up having a next Bitcoin halving. Okay? That's July 2016. It went up, the Bitcoin halving. By the time July 2017 hit, it's $2,506. We move on. It dropped a bit. It went up, dropped, went. Now we go into May 19th. Excuse me, May 11th, 2019. Bitcoin is now $6,379. If you buy here, now what happened? Boom, Bitcoin halving. All right, this is May 11th, 2020. What happens in May 11th, 2021? Boom, Bitcoin reached up to $55,847. Right? Actually, I think it reached 60 something K. Did it reach 60K? Yeah, it did. Now, this chart shows the next Bitcoin halving. Mind you, we're going to have it in April of 2024. This is projected. It could reach. It's projected now. It could reach up to 85,000, if not reach close to 360K. See, a lot of times when I'm giving y'all this information, it seems like some of y'all be bored and don't want it. So I do it so you can't say you didn't know. Anytime you see eclipse, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, finances is affected when you're dealing with the stock market and crypto. And not only that, there is going to be major change going on. Major change, major changes going on. And this, with the major change and the chaos that's going to happen, is where the hold on one second, I made a mistake here with something. Out of the ashes comes the phoenix, which XRP is known as the phoenix. The Aleph, right? And the Tav. This represents Aleph. This represents the Tav. Alpha and Omega. But let's continue. Because you might say, George Benjamin 528 is bugging. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. I ain't been wrong yet. I told y'all get that crypto pro-life. Y'all ain't listen. A matter of fact, a lot of people that got the crypto pro-life, the latest course, they're making money right now because the coins that crypto life pro-life told them to get All of them done went up and still going up. And they coming out with another new course. So it would behoove you, let me put this up here real quick. You want to contact cryptoprolife@gmail.com and make sure you tell them Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. They have the new course coming out, and it's coming out soon, and I can't even believe they putting out a next one. The other one they already put out was fire. So we go back to the Aleph now, because we know here, let's go all the way back. We know here in the Great America, it's making the Aleph the beginning. And it also, when you just take this out, it makes the N, the Tav. So, this is the representation, so you can see the Tav, which also some people will equate this in masonry terms as the square and compass. Stay with me now. Stay with me. So, you know Aleph, the ancient Hebrew symbol, they have it looking like it's an ox head, right? Hebrew, and in the Greek, you know, it's alpha. So that's the beginning. The Tav in ancient Hebrew, you know, it's like a cross. Then it went into X, and then when they went into the other Hebrew, they got the Tav, and then that equals to, in the Greek, the Omega. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Revelations 22 and 13. The beginning and the end. Great are his mercies, the Aleph and the Tav. I'm getting into the Hebrew for you. So now you know when you deal with Hebrew, you write backwards. You write backwards going forwards. Meaning the beginning basically is the end and the end is the beginning. Pay attention. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are those who do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life. We're talking about abundance here around this time. And may enter through the gates. May enter through the gates into the city. Revelations 22, 13 to 14. What gate? What gate? See that? See that triangle? That triangulation? Down to the X point, and even this X point as well. You want to add that in there? These are the portals that's, first off, the portal's been opened up. If y'all ain't catch my other live streams on that, shame on you. But this is the gate. They've formed a gateway. You don't see how everything is going crazy. There's going to be a great divide. And again, I don't want to sound like a fearmonger. I hope I'm wrong. But this is your time to capitalize on this. This gate. Right here. This is your time. This is the time to set up your altar. You want to start going through your fast sooner or later. You want to get like one of the crystal gods set up on your altar for whatever the case is, whatever reason. Okay. This is where we start dealing with the gate. Now, we know they say the sacrifice on the cross, right? The Aleph and the Tav. Remember how it's written back to front, right? The first and the last letter in ancient Hebrew. Aleph is the first letter in ancient Hebrew. In Hebrew, period. And Tav is the last letter. You think all this is a coincidence? Isaiah 44:61. I am the first, I am the last, and beside me there is no God. Aleph, Tav, Alpha, Omega. Now this, this is combined, it's also known as what? Hidden treasures. But it goes deeper than just known as hidden treasures. Y'all might have forgot this, but I'm going to give you a breakdown. Check this out. King James Version, I will give ye the treasures of darkness. Oh boy. That's Isaiah. Y'all can look this up yourself. Isaiah 45:3. Y'all ain't ready for me to serve y'all, man. Y'all there sleeping. I know it's late. I said I ain't gonna be here too long. I'm already at the hour mark. Y'all, it's so much information. I can't just come on here and just leave. Just like that. Okay? So let me share my screen so you see what I see real quick. There we go. Isaiah 45:3. And I will give ye the treasures of darkness and the hidden riches of the secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, which call thee by thy name, am the God of Israel. What happens during an eclipse? A solar eclipse. It gets dark, right? Y'all don't see the connections? Y'all don't see the connections there? I'm going to go over this again, just so you see, and then I'm going to move on. Isaiah 45:3, King James Version. This is the Bible. And this is God speaking. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness. What is the treasures of darkness? And hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I am the Lord, which call thee by thy name, am God of Israel. So now, when we jump back to the PowerPoint that I took my time and put together for you, we now know Alpha and Omega is also known as hidden treasures. Anytime something is hidden is when it's in the dark. This is the time to not only unleash riches, but that spiritual awakening, that pineal gland. And I could get into the whole 666, but then this will be a longer video. And I'm talking about with 666 and how it's dealing within the Hebrew lettering and language, right? And the connection with all this as well. But let me continue. And anybody y'all see out there pushing this information, because I sat back for the long and they bend and push this information, make sure you check them and you let them know you took that from Joel Benjamin 528. You make sure you put that out there and you let them know. Because now this, remember, this that's dealing with the hidden is the reason why so much information is coming out. So if you're moving effed up in your relationship, that's going to come out. If you people moving sideways against you on the job, that's going to come out. If your children got a secret, whatever it is, that's going to come out around this time. That's why you need to prepare for April now. Now, for those who want to step the game up, I have available the Angel Eclipse oil. That's the Angel Eclipse oil. You could text me, contact me on Instagram, Joel Benjamin 528 on Instagram, right? Or you could call, put the number up, 929-374-3828. That's 929-374-3828. Don't forget, contact CryptoProLife@gmail.com. They have one of the latest courses coming out. You know they be taking all long to get back to you. You want to hurry up. As soon as they put it out, get it. So you're going to contact them and let them know Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. Okay? Now that we know what the hidden and with all the information that's coming out, I'm telling y'all people, it's going to be a wrap for y'all. So as you know how with the Hebrew is written backwards. See, in the Greek, they got Alpha Omega. In the Hebrew, it's Alpha Tav. Excuse me, Aleph Tav. Or what you know better as Alpha Omega. Aleph Tav. This is important to know when dealing with the how you call it, the eclipse, especially the Great American Eclipse. So now we're gonna deal with Pluto in Aquarius. Now this is where it's dealing with renew, rebirth, First off, when people hear Pluto, they think destruction. This eclipse is happening while Pluto is in Aquarius. Pluto just came in like, bam, I'm here. Just to show y'all what time it is. I ain't gonna be here long. And Aquarius is just making that flow. Okay? This is going to be troubling times. So now, and I'm telling you, you're able to capitalize off of it though. I'm not trying to sound harsh. I'm just keeping it real. You want to capitalize off of it. So, Pluto enter Aquarius. Regenerate your revolution. This is the time where revolution is going to come. Okay? Reframe. Starting a revolution in yourself through healing. Doing emotional deep dive into your wonderful differences. Reforming and changing based on equity and humanity. Empowering individuality, equity, and hold on, make sure I see community. I ain't got my glasses on, so y'all gotta bear with me. Now the dismantle, keeping up with status quo, hiding your secret and deepest shame. Also insecurities, that gotta be thrown up there as well. Upholding systems that prevent humanitarian ideals. That's why this system is coming crumbling, crashing down. Hence why they probably giving warnings. Upholding systems and personal and political oppression. It's going to be a wrap around this time. Okay? It's going to be a wrap. So once Pluto enter Aquarius, it's a done deal, people. It's over. See, y'all probably don't want the work. So, it's 56 minutes. I'm about to end this. The next one I'm going to have to do, stay tuned, because now I'm going to have to get into the zodiac, right? But one of the most important things, I'm going to do a quick recap before I go. Make sure you contact Crypto Pro Life and get their latest course, because you want to get in on the reaping. On April 8th, the new year, it's going to be a reaping. You're going to pick up that yield. The Bitcoin halving, that goes up. All the rest of crypto goes up. And there's going to be a new kid on the block. And I'm telling you, this is where XRP come in. Because while all this is going on, there's going to be, again, I hope I'm wrong, but look out for social unrest. Okay? Look out for that. So contact CryptoProLife@gmail.com. Let them know Joel Benjamin 528 refer you, and get their latest course. Not just their latest course, but also ask them for the other course that's about to come out, because it's coming out. I just don't know when. I'm giving y'all the heads up, because why are they preparing? And when I say they, talk about the government, the news, everybody preparing for this eclipse so far ahead of time, since last year. And now they're trying to pull the stunt saying historical what? Since when? How do y'all know? How do y'all know? Now you're going to want this Eclipse angel oil. You're going to want to put it on your money. People, do not contact me at the last minute. You either can hit me up on Joel Benjamin 528 on Instagram, or it'll be better if you text me. For the international audience, call me on this number, or just hit me on Instagram. For the international, it's better if you contact me on Instagram anyway, Joel Benjamin 528. All right? But you want to call 929-374-3828, because this oil is specifically designed. You're going to put it on you. You're going to put it on your money. The Angel Eclipse oil, you're going to put it on your money. Okay? And it's going to help. And for some of y'all cheapo brokies out there, y'all be on some shit. So I might have to make a smaller size for y'all, because I want y'all to win. Okay? But normally it's one size. And this only just hit me as I'm talking to y'all. So that means, like, boom, I know I have to do it, because I want to see y'all win. I don't want no brokies in 2024, especially come around April. Not to mention, notice that movie is coming out, Civil War, April 12th, on my birthday. Remember, April also deal with Mars and Aries, which deal with the god of war. This is changing, destruction, changing, taking over, bringing in a new regime. Okay? Alright, what's up, New Eyes? I see New Eyes say, get your Faraday bag. Yeah, y'all should have been done that. So, a quick recap. Okay, quick recap. So, when dealing with this solar eclipse, it's important to know about these two patterns right here. Okay? The Aleph and the Tav. Aleph and Tav. Remember, they're talking about a historical chance of clouds. Don't worry. Even if they do that, they're still not stopping the energy that's coming through. They're not going to be able to stop it. Now, I gave y'all an hour. It is what it is. Also, if you want to get the crystal gods, want one set up for your altar, let me know. All right. But this is falling on, like I said, the Hebrew New Year. This is no way this is a coincidence. Salute to international audience. Salute to the domestic. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Make sure you contact me so you can get that oil. You want to do it ASAP. Again, when it runs out, don't contact me. Listen to me carefully. Don't contact me April 7th talking about you want the oil April 8th. Knowing your ass live internationally. Or knowing your ass live somewhere in Colorado or California, Denver, some damn way. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right now. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Also, for those who are interested in fasting right before that time, let me know. There is a special package I could help you with when it comes to that. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Peace.